sweet little honeys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am Anastasia. I'm a Toronto-based actor, content creator, social media manager. I'm a little bit of everything and heavily involved in this industry. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome. I'm so excited to have each and every one of you here. Today we're talking about demo reels, and they are important for your package. Without them, you cannot get to a lot of places. This is something super important, and I want to talk about it because I get a lot of questions about how a demo works, what is it, what to do, what not to do. So let's get into it. But before we do, I have something really excited. I have partnered with someone for editing demo reels, and this is super important because you want to always have a nice, precisely edited demo in order to showcase it as your portfolio and to showcase it to producers, to casting directors, to agents, whoever. And I partnered with Pony Nicole Haroff. Fun fact, Pony and I actually went to theater school when it was Ryerson. Now it's called TMU. So Pony and I have a very close place for her in my heart. So I'm excited to be doing this partnership because Pony is extremely talented in what she does. So Pony Nicole Haroff is a filmmaker based here in Toronto. Her short films have been screened all across North America and Europe. She works as a writer, director, and story editor who specializes in demo reels. With the experience that she has both in front of the camera and behind the camera, she has a super keen eye to demo reels and what they look like and what they should look like and how to edit them. Pony knows really well how to grab the rhythm, the tone, and capture the actor's essence in order to get them booked just by their demo. With that, I'm really excited. You reach out to Pony. I have her email right here in front of my screen, and I have it linked down below in my description box. Email Anastasia15. That is the discount code. You get 15% off on getting your demo reels edited. Guys, trust me, I've had my own demo reel edited by her. If you're interested in seeing her work and specifically the demo, my demo is always up on my channel. I'll also link it down below here in the description box so you can check out the work. Actually, Pony's demo is what got me my agent. So if that doesn't say anything, then I don't know what is. But I'm super excited to be doing this partnership. Yay! Go get those demos edited and done! And honeys, stay to the very end of the video because there is a little bonus for all of us. Something fun that I'm doing that I think you'd really enjoy. So watch till the end. So demo reel is a short form of a video, 1 to 2 minutes, max 2 minutes. I would never go over 2 minutes. This is a way for you to showcase your skills. I like to think of it as a highlight reel or a visual resume. I think this is super important because yes, you have your actual written resume, but the written resume will only get you so far. The demo is what's going to show you and what's going to showcase your talent and get you into the right rooms that you need to be getting as an actor. This helps agents, casting directors, producers to see your work, to make the connection, potentially sign with you, potentially give you a project, audition you, book you. Guys, like having a demo is literally a deal breaker in this industry. You need to have it. So this is super important. A lot of people think, well, I'm a beginner, like I don't really need a demo. Wrong, guys, because you are a beginner, you need that demo. You do not have a lot of work. You have not booked a lot of things. So you don't have much to showcase, which is normal, obviously, because, well, you're a beginner. This is why having a demo is super important for you because this is what is, like I said, going to showcase what you're capable of doing and getting your foot in the door and getting yourself into the room and into good rooms. This also makes you look super professional and ready. When you don't have a demo, it just kind of, it's like equivalent of walking into a full-time job and you like don't really have a resume and you're like, hi, I'm here for the job. And they're like, okay, great. Do you have a resume? And you're like, no, not really. I just showed up. Well, most likely you're not going to get the job. Most likely you're not even going to get the interview because they're going to sit there and be like, well, we don't know what you've been up to. Where are you coming from? What are your skills? Like what can you do? Can you not do? Like they don't know any of it. So your demo is kind of like that showcase of what you need as a beginner and also as an advanced expert actor as well. This is your way to stand out. This is your way to show what you got and show them how good you are. This is a way for you to show your acting range. So this is really super crucial, important to always have a demo reel. The other thing is a lot of places require a demo reel. A lot of auditions that I've had, a lot of them actually will say, please attach a demo. And it's like a literal requirement. Even after having an agent and like going for big stuff, they still require a demo to this day because the demo can showcase a part of you that maybe you did not capture in, let's say, the self-tape. Doesn't mean that you did bad on your self-tape. It could just mean that the character that you audition for is not your style. It's not your type. But the casting director can see that you have have chops. They're like, okay, Anastasia, yeah, you know what? I don't love her as like character Betty, but if I'm gonna watch her demo, she's gonna see something, he or she, whoever it is gonna see something in my demo that's like, oh, you know what? Not a Betty, but she's great as a Sally. Yes, based on her demo, I want her to either audition for Sally or let's give her the part of Sally, one of those two. So that's why having a demo is super important, because it can sometimes get you to another spot within the audition that you're already going for. So bottom line, very important to have that demo. So a couple of things you obviously want to have: scenes and monologues and classwork. So this is if you're a beginner and you don't have a lot to showcase. Classwork is super great and important because this is something that you've been working on that you can add into your demo reel. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. One thing that you want to remember about your demo, and especially when it comes to the classwork, is that it is clear audio. It is like a clear tape. There's not like a bunch of stuff behind you. You don't have like the classroom being shown. Like it's just you on the blank wall in the class. Like it's not so much a lot going on. So this is super important that you remember that. Also that the audio is clear, that there's no interruptions, like the teacher's not telling you to redirect you or stopping you and you're restarting. Like it needs to be clear and professional. So if you are doing classwork, please keep that in mind. Scenes, if you've had anything that is filmed professionally, obviously include the scenes. And also monologues is really great. Monologues you would film as like a self-tape scene, and in general including self-tape work. And like we're obviously not saying like auditions that you've done. Like you would choose a scene, you would memorize it. This is a scene from like a movie or a TV show, not super like famous. Like I see a lot of people do this and they'll talk about this, like don't do a super famous monologue. Like for example, a lot of people do the monologue that Emma Stone does in like the movie Birdman. Very famous movie, an extremely famous actress is doing it, and it's a very famous monologue and a very famous scene. You don't want to do scenes and monologues that are that famous, because what happens is that the words are so ingrained in people's like brain that when they listen to your self-tape or listen to your demo, they're going to remember that that's the movie. And then their entire brain is thinking about how Emma Stone did that monologue rather than looking at you and watching how you did that monologue. So please remember to not do super famous monologues and scenes from movies. That will deter from the agent or casting director or producer watching you and instead thinking about that movie or TV show. You want to keep it 2 to 3 short clips. You're not trying to show the whole scene. That's not entirely the point. You want to show kind of like your best moments within that clip. You want to keep it up roughly under 2 minutes, like definitely not over 2. 90 seconds is magnifique. I would keep it 90 for sure, especially when you are a beginner. Also, please don't forget to show your acting range. Do not do all comedy or all drama or every scene is just you crying. Like have a range between a dramatic scene, a comedic scene, maybe something romantic, like something scary, whatever. Like keep a range of different things. So again, they can show that you can act from point A to point C with all these different characters in between. And of course, if you have things that you did for student films, anything indie, if you like ever created your own work, whatever, you can add that in there as well. Just remember, it is always your best work and it is always the best quality. Do not add shitty things in there. Do not add things that you're not proud of. Like, why would you ever do that? That's like adding things into your full-time resume for work, like of a job that you're not proud of and that you don't feel confident that they're gonna give you a good reference. I would never do that. It just hinders your opportunity into having a good demo. So obviously, as I mentioned, you want to make sure that it has good audio and good quality. This right away will make it really good. The other thing is really good editing. If it's a good edited demo, you can have like, let's say like self-tape scenes, but if it's edited really nicely and creatively, having it well edited, which is why you're going to use code Anna15 for your editing with Pony, it's going to make a really big difference. Trust me. Keeping it under 2 minutes is also really important because nobody watches a 5-minute demo. Also, no offense, you're a beginner and there's no reason you should have a 5-minute demo because you don't have that much work to make it a 5-minute demo. Even advanced actors, like we're talking actors that have 25 years of experience. I've watched their like demos on IMDb because I'm just curious. They don't even have a 5-minute demo. Most of them maybe have a 3-minute demo, but still like majority of 95% of actors keep it around that 90-second to 2-minute mark, no matter how many years of experience they have. So we're gonna keep that going. So this is also really important. You want to make sure that your best clip is what goes first. This is why. Your best clip is what is going to capture the attention of the viewer, which is the agent or the casting director, because the first clip is gonna hook them to continue watching. If they are not hooked within the first 20 seconds of what they're watching, they will not continue watching. Most of the time, they do not watch the whole thing. Like, let's be real here. They don't have time to watch every single demo that they're getting. This is why you wanna put the first clip. The first clip will be like, bam, we're in, I'm watching, I love what she's doing, I love what he has, let's get it, I wanna watch it to the end, I wanna book that kid, or I wanna sign that kid, whatever it is. You wanna make sure that you are the focus. So let's say if you did, let's say student film, and there are scenes of you with multiple people, great, that's fine, but make sure that you are the focus of the scene, not someone else, because then it looks like that is that person's demo, not yours, and it doesn't really help you. If you have like 3 little words that you say, I don't know if I would add them because it's just 3 words. It doesn't really show a lot that you're doing. So I personally don't know if I would add that, but make sure that you're always the focus, that there is not a million little dialogues happening with other people in the scene. It's just you and you are the main focus. You wanna make sure that you don't have anything crazy distracting going on in there as well. It's clear, it's cut, it's visible that it's you and only you, and you are the center of attention in that demo. First of all, we're gonna talk about filming some scenes with your friends, or hire a scene partner, or also you can hire a company to film the work for you. This is obviously the most costliest route you're going to go. I don't even know if that's a word. I think I just made it up, but this is not the most cost effective, I should say, because you're obviously hiring a company, you're hiring someone to actually like fully create a professional demo for you. That's fine. If you want to do the money for it, I've seen them. They're pretty good. They're not bad. Again, as long as you have a good scene partner that you know, that you trust, make sure it's a scene that you already maybe worked in class. So it's in your body, it's in like the muscles, you remember it. It's not like you're completely starting a whole new scene. If you are doing that, make sure you go over it with your coach or mentor, whoever you're working with, because again, like, you're paying money for this. You want it to be good. Like, you don't want it to be a crappy demo, and you don't want to do, if you're gonna hire, don't all of a sudden be like, I'm gonna do this scene I've never done before, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm gonna do it for the sake of my demo because I just like the scene. No, like, do scenes that you've already worked in class, you know what's up, like, you know what you're doing, so you're not coming onto this, you're not trying new things while you hired a company to fill the demo. You can use services like Actors Real Toronto or Real Scenes. So these are companies that you can hire to do the filming of your demo. That is something. Monologues is also a really good thing to add for your demo. Again, I wouldn't do your entire demo just straight monologues. I would mix it up with self-tape scenes and monologues. Again, make sure the monologue is around your age range, like it makes sense to you. It's not a super famous monologue. You're not doing it from The Notebook. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's something that is like a good monologue. It's not heavily out there, done 27 times, but at the same time, you know what you're doing with this monologue. Ah, yes, this is my favorite. Including too many clips. Like, if you're gonna try to fit 6 clips into a 2-minute video, you're barely showing everything, because it would literally just be 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Just becomes a little bit too crazy, and you don't wanna do that. Try to have 2 to 3, 4, like, that's fine. I think I have a little bit more, but I just did it in a little bit of a creative way. You can do that as well, but I wouldn't do like 6 20-second clips, because that becomes too much. If you're just trying to showcase 3 clips of 30 seconds, then do 30, 30, and 30. The mistake you want to avoid is having bad audio or shaky footage. Obviously, if the quality is not good, it's not going to showcase you very well. It's not good representation of yourself. So I would not recommend doing it that way. Showing work where you are barely on screen. If it's your demo, it's your resume, why would you show other people more on your demo rather than you, right? Like that, no. If you're going to show the work, make sure the work is you and it's there all the time, 100%. Like, really, no one else should really be in there except for you. Guys, no background work. This one's a very interesting one because yes, when I used to do background work, I was heavily featured in a lot of stuff and I looked great. It was like super professional. It was like Hollywood film and this and that. But you're not doing anything. You're not acting. You're just there. So this does not showcase who you are. You're not trying to flash that you've been on like a Hollywood set. That's not the point of the demo. The point of the demo is to show your acting range. So no offense, but no one's gonna care that you've been on the biggest movie in Hollywood as a background actor because that does not showcase your talent. They wanna see the talent. They wanna see the work because that's what's gonna get you to be the lead in that Hollywood movie. Okay, honeys? Repeat that with me. Another big big one is over editing it and using like really crazy, fun, fancy like transitions. If you literally make it seem like a short film, it kind of takes away of the essence of trying to showcase your talent. It then becomes showcasing that you're showcasing the editing or like the directorial part of the demo, but that's not the point of it. So don't make it too fancy schmancy, cuckoo crazy. So update it obviously as you get better. I think last time I updated my reel was probably about a year ago. I try to re-edit my demo every year is what I like to do. And like I said, if I don't have booked work, that's fine. I use a self-tape scene. I use my classwork. Like you make it work. Just because you've been in the industry 10 years, it doesn't mean that all your work ever has to be just fully professional work. Like you make it work. People know times are tough. People are not booking. So you make do with what you got. You want to also keep the link handy. I've had this before where I lost my demo. It was so far into my computer somewhere, I didn't know where it was. I couldn't find it. And this agent was looking for it and I was looking for it. And then I was like panicking, being like, oh my God. So please make sure that you have your demo always handy on you, that if someone needs it, you can email it to them. I remember I was on a networking event and they're like, oh, I'd love to see your demo. Like email it to me. And I was trying to email it to them in that moment. I couldn't find it. And I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. So just make sure your demo is there out in the open and you can see it. If you're gonna post it on YouTube, it's up to you how you want to do it, private or whatever. But if you're trying to get other people to see it, make sure that it's not private, it's unlisted. So if you send them the link, they're able to see it. Do not make your demo password sensitive. People don't have time to put in the password. They just want to click a link, see the demo. Pretty easy, 1-2 step, they're there, they're open. So that's sort of the vibe we're going when it comes to this. And also, how to use it, send it out. Honeys, I've met so many actors who get really nervous of sending out their demo. Do not get nervous. Guys, this is your demo. This is showcasing your work. You wanna be an actor, you wanna get out there. You better grab yourself and show that demo. This is what gets you in the room. This is what helps you with the booking. I've had, literally, I kid you not, I have auditioned for Larissa Mayer. I was auditioning for the Hallmark movie of the week, almost every single week, because back then those movies were literally on every week. And she was doing like 95% of the casting for these movies. They sent me out for another character. They said, audition for this one, I auditioned for that one. And then they were like, can we see your demo? I said, sure. Sent them my demo. I sent the demo. And from there, they're like, based on your demo, we want you to audition for now this character. I literally auditioned for 3 different characters. And it was all because they kept checking my demo to be like, no, you know what? You fit for this. I didn't end up booking anything, but I ended up getting really close. And I was excited that within this one Hallmark movie, I literally auditioned for 3 different types of characters because of my demo. So this is super, super, super important. And I really recommend for you to send it out. You can do it, honeys. I know you can, okay? We have confidence and we're working on it. So continue sending it out because that demo is gonna get you to where you need to get to. As a little bonus, I am actually going to watch one of my very first demo reels that I had, and I'm gonna react to it. I don't think I've seen this demo in probably like 5 years. We are ready. Okay, I'm already gonna stop it and I'm gonna tell you why. You saw all the little letters like pop in. So that was one of those crazy transitions that I talked about to not do it. That's exactly what this is. It's distracting, there's no reason of it. Just put your name out there. The other thing is I attached my headshot. I don't recommend attaching your headshot because I'm like, why would you attach your headshot? This is like my own personal thing. Your headshot's plastered everywhere. And it also takes a couple seconds. Like it's 5 seconds that your headshot appears. I'm such an idiot, but my headshot, I don't know why I've never noticed this. My headshot is blurry. Like if you're gonna attach a headshot, make sure it's not blurry.
I'm sorry about your baby boy. Thank you.
Okay, so the audio is horrible. There's this like very loud shh sound that's really, really bad. You can't hear the reader very well, so that's another thing. The acting is like not horrible. Like this is where I was really like starting to like open up. Like I was able to really touch some really interesting emotions.
My cousin's an actor, Jake Ride Winters.
Okay, so the audio is better in the second clip, which is really nice. Still, the quality of the camera, like the vision is just a little bit blurred.
I doubt you've ever heard of him. He was on the show called Casino once. He played like a gnome or something like that.
Okay, so the acting in this one is really bad. I could tell I'm concentrating on the lines. I'm like pushing it. I'm just like trying to make something happen out of it. So there's that.
Don't say any of the jokes that you think are funny, but you know, everyone else thinks that they're offensive.
Okay, last clip. Definitely audio is really bad. You can hear that shh sound again, so that is no. Also, I am not centered. And on top of it, do you see how much space I have on the top of my head? There's like literally like 3 feet above my head. And I'm looking at my reader. This is the funny part. I'm pretty sure my fiance was my reader for this. It's like, this is him. And he's a tall guy. Like we see him in my vlogs. Like he's not short. So I'm like, literally like this. I'm like, ah, so.
It isn't, okay? It's just, this is the biggest decision I have ever made, asking, you know, for my parents' advice. And I don't want them to think that I can't take care of myself.
Acting was also okay in that one, kind of pushing it a little bit. Like again, why am I attaching the same blurry headshot to a demo? And the funny part is I attached my name in my email to a completely different font than what I had in the beginning. And lastly, why am I attaching my email? I'm obviously emailing to them. I'm obviously sending it to them through email. So anyways, couple of mistakes. Funny enough, this demo got me zilch. Couldn't get an agent. I couldn't get in the room. I literally was submitting myself for auditions. Couldn't get an audition. And I was crying to myself, asking and wondering why. Well, now I know why. Well, my honeys, this is the end of our demo reel video. Like I said, please don't forget to use the code Anna15 to have your demo work edited. Pony's email and all her links are down below. My demo link is down below if you want to check out her work. And of course, I will see you all next Friday.